Hi, I'm Salvage Master Bob Walker with Sink or Swim Problem Solving, and I've been solving problems all my life. The problem I want to talk to you about today is how do you write an effective email? There are several simple steps to do that. The first one is know what you want to say. The Salvage Master's rule there is if you don't know what you want, you can't have it. Okay, I know that sounds pretty simple, but it's true, isn't it? If you don't know what you want, you can't have it. So let's start by talking about what I call a log line. That's what movie script writers use to know exactly what they're going to say, exactly what their movie's about. And so let's talk about a log line. Now, a log line is a one sentence, only one sentence that says exactly what your whole communication is about. Let me give you one. This is important, so I want to make sure you get it. A log line is a Detroit cop travels to a posh Southern California neighborhood to solve the murder of another cop through a series of hilarious antics. And what movie is that? Of course, it's Beverly Hills Cop. Yeah, I'm sure you guessed it. So once we know what we want to talk about, then the rest of it's pretty easy, isn't it? Because what we want to talk about is we want people to either agree with us, or we want them to take an action, or we want them to do both. So those are our two goals. So we set those up in the log line. Once we have the log line prepared, then we can go ahead and start to write the piece, the email. We start with the conclusion after we have the log line because we already know what we want. That's the easiest to write, isn't it? Okay, so you have your conclusion, you write your conclusion, and it's basically just a repetition of your log line. Then you go and you write 1, 2, or 3 points to prove your case. To make your case, you have 1, 2, or 3 points. If you need more than 3, you haven't thought it through well enough. So 1 or 2 is optimal, 3 is fine, 4 is no good. Go back and rethink it because you don't know what you want yet. Okay, if it takes 4 points. Now each point you want to back up with supporting facts and either a story or an example, a short story or an example, because the example really nails it down. It lets people know that you really know what you're talking about, and it helps them get the idea and grab it and hold on to it so that they've got it in their mind. Then they believe you. Your credibility goes up as they read through your email if you're giving examples with each point. Then you go back and you write the introduction, because you might have changed your case in the middle of writing it, and so you go back and you write your introduction to dovetail nicely into your 1 or 2 points or 3 points, and then go to your conclusion with a call to action at the end. You have to tell people what you want them to do. Have you ever given the greatest presentation in the world and then wondered a week later why nobody did what you wanted them to do? It's because you didn't ask them. So you have to call people to action. You have to tell them what you want them to do. Now, I hope this has been helpful. I'm Salvage Master Bob Walker, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you.